Four Nations face-off, finally around the corner. And here are 5 reasons why you, just like us, should get amped, hyped, and psyched for the best taking on the best, Wish.
All right, reason number 1, we are finally seeing the best in Best on Best. The following players, Arda, have never represented their country in a Best on Best tournament like this. Connor McDavid, Austin Matthews, Nathan McKinnon, Jack Eichel, JT Miller, Braden Point, Morgan Riley, Mitch Marner, Matthew and Brady Tkachuk, Cale Makar, Connor Hellebuck, Charlie McAvoy, Jack and Quinn Hughes, Jesper Bratt, William Nylander, and Mikko Rantanen. Think about the amount of talent that we have been waiting to see in a Best on Best tournament, and Four Nations is going to finally give them a chance to represent their countries in a tournament like this. It's awesome.
And so much more. We needed this. We needed the Simpsons credit roll there for all the names, is basically what it came down to. Number 2, even if you believe that Four Nations is merely a soft launch for international Best on Best competition, this very much is an audition for the Olympics. Think of 2 players in particular. Seth Jarvis, a scrappy guy, especially on this Team Canada roster, that is, with a good showing, putting himself in excellent placement and conversation for Team Canada at the Olympics. How about Zach Werenski, a guy that literally with his play this season earned himself a spot on Team Canada, and with good play, when the best play the best, he could continue that momentum into next year.
Yeah, I mean, all the U.S. guys are looking over their shoulder at like Tage Thompson and Cole Caulfield and all the people that didn't make the team. And they're like, I better perform because the line is pretty long behind me at the deli counter. Reason number 3, dream lines. Let me take you back to the World Cup of Hockey we had in 2016, Arda. Remember when Brad Marchand and Sidney Crosby played together for the first time? Everybody's like, what is that like? I mean, we're going to have a ton of those situations throughout this tournament. I mean, McKinnon and Crosby on the same line. We could have Austin Matthews and Jack Hughes. We could have the single most annoying line ever assembled with JT Miller in between the Tkachuks. I mean, we have so many exciting spin the wheel combinations that we could have at Four Nations. That's part of the fun. It's like an all-star game, but it matters, kind of.
Number 4, there will be no spin the wheel combinations as it pertains to the threads. Each team has one color. Each team has one jersey for the duration of the tournament. But we are getting full color matchups with the United States in their brash and bold blue. Team Canada in their prideful and deep red. Sweden with the beautiful gold. And Finland, meant to evoke the vast winter landscape, Wish, with the away whites.
Golden beauty in Sweden, the red, white, and blue in the US, the Canadian red maple leaf, and when we get to Finland, it's snow. We think there's snow. There's definitely snow. We'll just make it snowy. The jerseys are awesome. My favorite detail on the jerseys are by far the Swedish flag Easter egg on the sleeve of the Team Sweden jersey. First time in the nation's history they've ever had the flag on their sleeve, and it's really, really cool the way that Fanatics and the NHL designed it. Finally, reason number 5 to get super excited for the Four Nations face-off, obviously, the reason we're holding the tournament, in my opinion. USA, Canada, February 15th, the game 11 years in the making. We are finally here to see the Americans versus the Canadians. The Americans bringing more talent to this tournament, in my opinion, than they've had since like the mid-90s in that World Cup of Hockey. The chance to go toe-to-toe instead of bend the knee against the Canadians. Oh, and by the way, one team in this matchup, Arda, has a little bit of goaltending, whilst the other one, maybe not so much.
We're not talking about that in this particular video, but I will borrow from The Rock and do this. Because that's how I feel about Team USA and Canada.
Bumps.
Absolutely. And that's part of a doubleheader. Finland and Sweden at 1 o'clock on ABC and ESPN+. United States and Canada on Saturday, February 15th will be at 8 p.m. Prime time. Perfect for such a prime time matchup. It all begins on February 12th. All the games will be on the ESPN family of networks and TNT. The championship game will be Thursday, February 20th. And guess what? The Drop will have a special live post-game show after USA Canada on Saturday, February 15th, after the championship game in Boston on Thursday, February 20th. And Wish and I have a little bet going on that we'll talk about in another video that you might see leading up to Four Nations, because we can't wait.